Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now this week, unfortunately, there is nothing new into the game, no new car that we've had previously released added back into the game either. No new businesses, nothing like that, so that is kind of sad, but oh well. At the end of the day, it's still a pretty good update week, and we're going to get into why that is starting off right now. For bonus money and RP this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, guys, we have double money and double RP on security contracts found within the agency. If you didn't know, every 5 security contracts you do increases your daily safe income within the agency by $500 up to a maximum of $20,000 every single in-game day or every 48 minutes of real time. So security contracts are great to do. When these are on double money, they're going to be paying a significant amount of money, somewhere between 70 grand and I'd say 130 grand on the high end per contract that you complete. Now there's a 5-minute cooldown in between these, so you're going to have to make sure that you're doing something else in between in those 5 minutes, and there are a couple things that you could do as well. We also have double money and double RP on Dr. Dre's VIP contract within the agency, or the contract heist as it's referred to. So that is going to be paying $2 million upon completion this week, and it takes about an hour and a half to do, so that is pretty good money per hour overall, I would say, and it's also pretty fun to do. The last money bonus and RP bonus of the week is on payphone hits, which are also through the agency. Franklin will call a random payphone, you can go to it, answer the call, and you will get paid $85,000 upon completion, except this is on 50% bonus money, so you're going to be getting more like $127,500 upon completion, so long as you do it right. These take about 5 minutes each, and they're really easy generally. Sometimes they can be a bit of a pain, but they're pretty easy for the most part. And unfortunately, that's kind of it for bonus money this week. These are some pretty darn good ways to make money, but I wish that we had an adversary mode or something like that, just for the players that are a little bit newer to the game that might not have enough for an agency, just so that they could earn some money. But that's okay, because we do have some pretty good discounts this week as well. Let's go ahead and talk about those. Starting off on the Dynasty 8 executive website, agencies this week, along with all of their renovations, are 40% off, which is pretty darn good. The cheapest agency is this one right here. It's pretty central. It's actually honestly probably the best location. I personally use the Vespucci Canals agency. I don't know anybody who uses Rockford Hills, and I certainly don't know anybody who uses the Hawick one. If you're going to pick one of these up this week, I would go for the Little Seoul one. This one is pretty good, and it's a very convenient location overall. There's lots of room for you to park a helicopter up on this deck here too, so you can get inside really quickly after doing your security contracts. All of the renovations within this place are also discounted, so that is pretty nice. The agency armory is pretty handy, especially if you can get it on discount. This is a place that you can refill all of your ammo for usually a 10 to 20% discount, so over time that is going to save you a lot of money. The accommodation is so that you can spawn into your agency, and the vehicle workshop allows you to put Imani Tech on Imani Tech capable vehicles like the Patriot Mil-Spec, like the Obey Omni EGT, and many more. So overall, the agency is very good. I would definitely recommend getting the vehicle workshop, although it's not actually on discount this week, so that is kind of annoying. But if you're going to get anything, make sure it's the vehicle workshop followed by the armory and then the accommodation. And starting off on Legendary Motorsport for the vehicle discounts underneath the two-door categories, where we're going to find all of them on Legendary. The first of them is on the Ocelot Locust. The Ocelot Locust is one of the most surprisingly good cars I've ever driven in Grand Theft Auto Online. I did a review on this thing not that long ago, and I was pleasantly surprised by just how good it is. Very fun in the corners, not so fast in a straight line. The top speed is a little bit weaker, but the acceleration and the handling are definitely the highlight features of this car for sure. And for $1.1 million, you really cannot go wrong with it. Up next, we have the Dinka Jester Classic. This car is plagued with engine resistance, which basically means the car is not as fast as it should be. However, it is still pretty decent to drive, I would say, and Rockstar did make an update with the release of the Criminal Enterprises DLC back in the summer to the engine resistance on this car and many others in the game, making them a little bit better. The Dinka Jester Classic has tons of customization. Obviously, it is a Toyota Supra, so all of you Fast and Furious fans should be picking this thing up this week, especially for 475 grand. That is a pretty good discount. And last but not least, we have the Lampadaddy Viserys on discount this week. Now, this is another car that has engine resistance, but it's not super bad. The Lampadaddy Viserys is actually a top 10 fastest sports classic car in the game. It's got some decent customization, and overall I would say it's a good car. I'm going to be customizing this week, so stay tuned for that. And finally, moving over to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, underneath the two-door category is where we're going to have two of the three discounts. First of all, we have the Karen Futo GTX, a highly customizable vehicle from the Tuners DLC, so it is capable of being used in those Tuners DLC races if you guys are interested in doing those. It's got a lot of customization. Not my favorite car ever, I won't lie, but it is pretty cool, and while it's on discount, it is probably the best time to buy it. And last but not least, under the two-door section, we have the Vapid Ellie. This was discounted not that long ago, so I'm kind of surprised to see it back again, but for 254 grand or 339 grand, it is a pretty decent car. However, it does also suffer from engine resistance, which means it is actually very, very slow. It doesn't have that much customization either, and generally it's not that great of a car, so this is one that I would actually maybe consider avoiding this week, especially when there's other Mustangs very similar to the Ellie in the game. And last but not least, under the off-road section, you'll find the Mammoth Patriot Mil Spec is on discount this week. This is an Imani Tech capable vehicle, one of the better Imani Tech vehicles I would say overall. Of course, you can put the missile lock-on jammer or the remote control device on this car, as well as the front-mounted machine guns and the semi-bulletproof windows, as long as you add the armor upgrade onto the car. Overall, it's a pretty decent one, not the greatest ever, pretty slow, but it is pretty useful, I have to say. So that's it for the vehicle discounts as well as the property discount this week. This is a Vapid Ellie sitting behind me, just in case you guys are wondering what car that is. That's what you can do to it. But anyways, we gotta head over to the casino and the LS car meet and go over the podium vehicle and the prize ride this week. Within the Diamond Casino, we have the Obey Omni EGT available to be won as the podium vehicle this week. This is an absolute must-have car in Grand Theft Auto Online. It is an Imani Tech capable vehicle. It's very quick off the line. It is fully electric and it's a four-seater. The handling is pretty decent on it as well. Top speed is a little weak, but all the upgrades that you can put on this thing make it completely worth it to own. This is a $1.8 million car, so if you can win it for free from the podium, you should absolutely do that. Good luck, boys. Good luck. And the prize ride this week within the LS car meet is the Obey Omni. This is the original Obey Omni, so we have the EGT available on the podium and the Omni available in the LS car meet. In order to win this thing, you are going to have to place top 3 for 3 days in a row. Pretty easy challenge, and it is a pretty darn good car. I would definitely say I recommend picking this thing up. Not the fastest car ever, but it is really, really cool, and it's based off the Audi Quattro rally car, which I think is pretty dope. So good luck trying to win this thing, guys. Hope you do. Alright guys, and last but not least, of course, we have to talk about the time trials this week. The RC Bandito time trial this week is Little Seoul Park, and your regular time trial is Stab City all the way up in Blaine County. Your HSW time trial is going to be somewhere on your map. For those of you who have access to it, make sure you are getting it done this week for that additional $252,000. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.